Hi, this is Pat Jennings again from thebizseller.com, and this is the first in a series of 5 short videos that I'm going to do on the most basic information that you need to know about valuing your business when you want to sell it. And in this first video, I'm going to go over 2 basic truths that apply to all business valuations. And when you understand these 2 basic items, it should make the entire valuation process and the entire selling process a lot simpler and a lot, hopefully, less nerve-wracking. So if the idea of business valuation, or the very phrase business valuation, seems intimidating, after this short video series, it won't be, because you're going to understand the most basic, important things that you need to know in order to put a proper price range on your business. And that brings me to the first of the 2 fundamental truths, and that is that the purpose of a business valuation is to determine a price range, not a price or not a specific number. What you're looking to do is start out with a price range, get a price range that your business should fall in, and you want to advertise it and start finding buyers and negotiating with buyers at the high end of that price range. Business valuation is not like a math test that you took in school where there's one exact answer, and if you don't get it perfectly correct, your professor is going to mark you down. You're just looking for a price range that you can work within, and you start out at the top of the price range, you advertise your business for sale at the top of that price range, and you go find buyers, and you show them your business, and you let them determine what the business is worth to them. They'll either agree with you and they'll pay your price, or they'll make a counter offer. And that's where the negotiation process will begin. And that's really where the selling process would begin. So the key is, you don't have to put all this pressure on yourself to figure out exactly that one true number that represents the value of your business, because that perfect calculation and that perfectly true number doesn't exist. Just get a price range, get it out there on the market, and get feedback from buyers. And that brings me to the second fundamental truth about business valuation, and that has to do with buyers, and that is that a buyer is only going to buy your business for one reason. They want to enjoy the benefits and the earnings, the income that the business will generate in the future for its owner. And all of those benefits, in one way or another, derive from your company's earnings. So the earnings has to be the basis of any business valuation. And I know there are industries and there are segments of the economy where a valuation is done based on sales, or there's different rules of thumb. You know, every field, every industry has their own rule of thumb. Now, I'm not telling you not to use those or not to consult those, but the point is, the buyer is buying because of the earnings. And so whatever price you put on your business, whatever price you decide to ask, you're going to have to justify that price to the buyer with the earnings. So the earnings really should be the basis of any business valuation calculation that you use. It's more important than sales. It's more important than any particular rule of thumb. Now, for smaller businesses below $1 million and businesses where the owner is also the manager, using a multiple of earnings is the simplest, most straightforward, most accurate, and most common way to value a business for sale. And in the next couple of videos, we're going to talk about multiple of earnings. What is a multiple? How do you decide which one to use? But for right now, just remember those 2 basic true facts about business valuation. Number 1 is the whole point of the valuation is to get a price range, not a specific number. And number 2 is buyers are buying the business to have access to your earnings, so the earnings needs to be the basis of any valuation. And like I said, in the next couple of videos, we'll talk about, in more detail, more specifics, how to do that. Now, if you found any of this helpful and you want more information, tips, advice, information on selling your business for as much money as possible, as soon as possible, go to thebizseller.com and sell it for my Sell Your Business Tips newsletter. That's thebizseller.com. At the top of the page there's a sign-up box. Just enter your first name and email address, and our current issue of our tips newsletter will be on its way to your mailbox. And then every week going forward, you'll get a new newsletter with more information, tips, advice that you can use right away to help sell your business as soon as possible. So that's thebizseller.com. All you have to do is enter your first name and email address. This is Pat Jennings, and thanks for joining me.